Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
How long can a team keep digging the same hole before it becomes who they are? Welcome back to Red Sox Focus. Unfortunately, we have more bad news to report. The Boston Red Sox have fallen again, dropping the series opener to the Milwaukee Brewers to fall to 2-8 on the young season. In today's video, we are reacting to that loss, breaking down what went right, what went wrong, and what the trends are telling us about this ball club. There are some significant headlines to get through: a dramatically overhauled lineup, a pitching and defense model that is failing to deliver on its promise, and some growing questions about the direction of this franchise. We are going to cover all of it. This is a frustrating situation, and I want to be direct about it. The Red Sox are currently 2-8. They are the only team in baseball that has yet to win 3 games. They have lost every series they have played so far. Their record is worse than the Rockies, the Athletics, and the White Sox, teams that were widely projected to be among the worst in the sport. Boston, right now, owns the worst record in Major League Baseball. And while 10 games is a small sample size, and there are still well over 150 games remaining, the trends we are seeing are deeply concerning. These are not just random fluctuations. These are patterns, and patterns matter. The most concerning part of this start is not simply the record. It is the way the team is losing games. When a club is rebuilding, you expect rough nights. When a team is injured, you expect inconsistency. But what we are seeing right now feels systemic. It feels structural. The same issues are showing up every night in slightly different forms: defensive mistakes, short outings from the starting rotation, bullpen fatigue, and an offense that must work overtime just to keep games competitive. I will be honest, I feel a little foolish. I came into this season genuinely believing this roster was more complete than the 2024 edition. On paper, the pieces seemed to fit. The off-season messaging emphasized balance, run prevention, and roster depth. The narrative was that the organization had pivoted toward a pitching and defense identity. That identity was supposed to raise the floor of this team. Instead, through 10 games, the floor has fallen out from under them. Let's start with the positives, because there were some. Alex Cora made significant lineup changes, and they showed immediate results. Jarren Duran was moved to the bench in what appears to have been a matchup-based decision. That is important because Duran is not the offensive problem on this roster, but the adjustments around him signaled urgency. They signaled a willingness to react rather than wait. Masataka Yoshida moving into the 2-hole may quietly be one of the most impactful changes this team can make. Yoshida is exactly the type of hitter who stabilizes an offense. He grinds at bats, he works counts, he refuses to give away outs. That skill set becomes even more valuable when placed directly in front of Roman Anthony, a young hitter still learning how pitchers attack him at the major league level. When you give a developing player a high-contact, high OBP hitter ahead of him, you create more RBI opportunities and less pressure. It is a subtle move, but a smart one. Anthony's night, 2 hits and 2 runs scored, was not flashy, but it was functional. And right now, functional offense matters. This lineup does not need every hitter to be a star every night. It needs consistency. It needs professional at-bats. It needs traffic on the bases. Wilson Contreras, moving into the 3-hole, paid immediate dividends. A 3-hit game, a home run, a walk, that is the definition of impact. This is what happens when you put an experienced hitter into a role designed for run production. Behind him, Trevor Story looked far more comfortable hitting 5th. Story has looked tense at the top of the lineup this season, as if he felt the need to carry the offense. Dropping him down allowed him to play freer, and the results followed. Marcelo Mayer and Caleb Durbin also contributed. Durbin's 2-hit performance may not jump off the page, but development rarely happens in giant leaps. It happens in small steps. For a player who has been searching for confidence, this was a step in the right direction. The key takeaway: the lineup adjustments worked. 6 runs in back-to-back games should win baseball games. Offensively, the team gave itself a chance, and that brings us to the real problem: pitching and defense. The organization sold a run prevention identity. Through 10 games, the rotation has allowed more hits and runs than any group in the American League while struggling to pitch deep into games. That combination is devastating. When starters cannot get through 5 innings, the bullpen absorbs the strain. When the bullpen absorbs the strain, fatigue sets in. When fatigue sets in, late leads disappear. This is the domino effect we are watching unfold in real time. Brayan Bello's outing perfectly captured the problem. The swing and miss stuff was there. The strikeouts were there. But the walks and traffic were constant. Pitching from behind in the count forces mistakes over the plate. Mistakes over the plate become runs. Runs become early exits. Early exits become bullpen games. Danny Kalam and Giovanni Soto provided valuable innings, and Garrett Whitlock returning from paternity leave is encouraging. But the bullpen should not need to cover half the game every night. That is not sustainable across a 162-game season. Defense has only amplified the problem. Errors extend innings. Extended innings inflate pitch counts. Inflated pitch counts shorten outings. It is all connected. A significant portion of those defensive struggles trace back to Story at shortstop. Moving him to second base and installing Mayer at short could stabilize the infield immediately. Sometimes the correct decision is also the difficult one. On the injury front, Ranger Suarez has not delivered the expected impact, and Johan Oviedo's injury concerns create additional uncertainty. Sonny Gray showing signs of life is encouraging, but one bright spot cannot carry an entire rotation. Then there is the mental side of the game. Championship teams play clean baseball. They execute fundamentals. They make routine plays routinely. When an organization emphasizes pitching and defense, that emphasis must show up every night. Right now, it is not. The atmosphere at Fenway Park reflects that frustration. Fans are restless. Expectations in Boston are never modest, and they should not be. This is a franchise with a championship pedigree and a fan base that invests emotionally and financially in the team. When the product on the field does not meet the standard, the reaction is loud. Leadership becomes crucial during stretches like this. That is why a presence like Alex Bregman feels so relevant in this conversation. Veteran leadership matters. Accountability matters. Championship experience matters. Young talent needs a steady voice when adversity hits. 10 games do not define a season, but they can define a trajectory. If the current trends continue, the math becomes unforgiving quickly. The American League East does not wait for slow starts to correct themselves. Finally, the tension in this Brewers series adds another layer of intrigue. William Contreras and Brandon Woodruff are part of a brewing storyline involving Wilson Contreras, and emotions are clearly rising. Baseball seasons are long, and rivalries can ignite quickly. Through the good and the bad, Red Sox focus will be here for all 162 games. This fan base deserves accountability, honesty, and perspective. The season is young, but the urgency is real. The time to fix these problems is now. Not in June, not in July, but today. Until next time, let's go Sox.
Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.